back to another episode of the Orange Crush Podcast. It's your host, JMX, my other host, Trav. And today, we got a big episode for you guys. We're going to be ranking our top 5 running backs in this draft class. And, obviously, it's going to be a little bit biased towards, who the Broncos, who me and Trav think the Broncos should draft. But I think overall, man, running back is probably the biggest position we need going into the draft. And, everybody's talking about who we should get, and it's just a whole bunch going on about the draft. And, hey, let's get into it. But before we start, Trav, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Ready to talk about
Yeah,
some
man.
running backs.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I always love this. Like just love this time of year in general. You get to sit down, watch film on all the guys. You know what I'm saying, and rank them, and that's what we gonna do. But before we get into the actual list, let's go ahead and give our honorable mentions for each of our lists. So, Trav, I'm gonna start with you.
So my honorable mention would be TreVeyon Henderson, which I know is a fan favorite back that all of Broncos country
Crazy.
wants. He's that Alvin Kamara style back. Yes, decent pass pro, really good burst of speed. However, I think there is 5 backs in this draft that are better and a better fit than Henderson.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's your other honorable mention? You got one more?
I would say Brashad Smith from
Okay.
SMU. I feel like he's a Debo gadget guy type of player that would fit the offensive scheme very well. What do you think about Brashad Smith?
No, I like him. I think that's the perfect comp for him. It's kind of like a Debo guy. You can kind of use him in a lot of different areas and stuff like that. I didn't have him. I got him probably right under the guys I got as my honorable mentions. For me, mines were Cam Scatterboo and Dylan Sampson. I think both of those guys are good. I wouldn't be upset if we drafted those guys in like the 4th, 5th round, stuff like that. But I just don't have them in my top 5. Like I just don't. I know everybody's hype on Cam Scatterboo, but I think he's like, he's supposed to go that late for a reason. It just I just don't think he fits Sean's system too much. I think he plays a lot of hard, and he definitely can. You can use him in a lot of ways too. He can catch. He's really good at catching. And he runs hard. You know, the pass pro could be a little bit better, but I mean, all in all, I just don't think it's the fit for Sean. But I mean, we'll see in the draft. You never know. They may just see him on the board. He may be the best available, and they take him. But yeah, those would be my 2. But yeah, let's go ahead and get it to the list. We'll start at number 5. Trav, go ahead.
5, I have none other than Dylan Sampson. I feel like he's a guy that exceeded expectations. He had some ball security issues. Not the greatest receiving back either, but he's a downhill runner. He has pretty good speed, elite acceleration, great footwork in gap and zone coverage. So I feel like his rapid mental processing is just insane. And as a downhill runner, I feel like he could be a 3-down back, and I'm going to continuously stand on the Denver Broncos need a 3-down back that can play every down of the football game.
Yeah, yeah, I like Dylan Sampson. I know why you like him. You like him. The man went to Tennessee, but I mean, I'm not mad at it. For me, my number 5 is Devin Neal. I mean, I first really found out about him when Chris Harris Jr. made a post about him like during the season because he went to Kansas and he was talking about their running back, and I just like, man, let me go look at what he was talking about. And Devin Neal is an absolute stud, and he's going to be a steal whoever gets him in those later rounds. I would not be surprised if a team reaches on him in like the early 3rd round. I would not be surprised if that happens. I mean, he was Kansas leading rusher. I mean, he's coming off 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, back-to-back season where he had over 1,200 yards rushing. The past 2 seasons, he's had over 200 yards in the receiving game as well. I mean, bro, he's just like he's the perfect Sean Payton really type of back. You want to compare him to a receiving back and how you can line him up. I'm like once he gets to the league and he puts on a little bit more muscle, you can line him up in a lot of different areas. I would not be surprised if Sean put him out in the slot on some plays, but I mean overall in the screen game, he's shifty. I mean right now I would say kind of a comp for him. He reminds me like a Tajay Spears. I don't think he's as shifty as Spears coming out when Tajay came out of Tulane, but I think there's a lot of similarities there. But I think in terms of just his breakaway speed, his vision, just in the fluidity that he has with the ball. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like it's such a perfect fit for this offense and for what Sean wants to do. Not to mention just his tempo and just what he can bring out the backfield. Um, Now I will say some weaknesses, obviously, is just kind of his strength. He's not that great in the pass pro. And he's not gonna go out there and make any crazy plays, lining up as receiver. But I mean, other than that, I like him. I think this would be a perfect pick for us in like the fourth. I would take him in the fourth round. Hell, I'll take him in the third if he's there. If Denver hasn't gotten the back yet, I think he'd be a perfect pick in the third round. But I mean, I'm really high on Devin Neal, bro.
Yeah, I'm high on him too. Going into our fourth running back, I have him at 4. I feel like people would call me crazy, but if the class wasn't so stacked, I would have him at 1. He is just, I think he's the most complete back when we talk about catching, running,
Yeah.
his acceleration. Once he digs that foot in and gets into second gear, it's just his game is insane. And I mean, when we talk about speed, everybody says, "Oh, his breakaway speed's not that good." His speed and vision every year at Kansas has gotten better every single year. So
Mhm.
I think that he, like you said, he's a perfect fit for a Sean Payton-led offense. And I think he's a guy that can be an every down back, 1 to third down, first to third down, and I'll live on that. Yeah, his pass pro is not elite, but hey, him in the run game immediately makes the Broncos a better football team. Immediately.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said about Devin Neal, man. Shout out to him. Going to my number 4, I got Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. Now, this is one of your guys. He's just a simple workhorse back, bro. I mean, he's the only thing I say he doesn't really have too much is just he's not the fastest guy, but I mean, I don't think that matters with him. I mean, he's like you said, he's a like the same type of bill you was talking about. He's an every down back. He's a guy that can turn the 2-yard gain and push it. Like you can get stuffed and he's gonna get you an extra 3 yards out of it. I mean, he's just a physical back. He's gonna break a lot of tackles. I mean, he's in his vision is really good too. He can wait it out and then hit the hole. And I mean, his breakaway speed isn't like his top end speed isn't great, but I mean it's still good though for his size. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of those backs that can last a long time in the league as well. Um, yeah, and I mean, hey, look, in the fourth quarter this year, he averaged 6 yards a carry. I mean, he's coming off a monster year in general over there at Iowa. He had over 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns. And they used him a bit in the receiving game, not too much, but they used him. I mean, that's still an option with him. I just think in the league, he's gonna be like kind of. I'm not comparing him to Derrick Henry, but it's gonna be that type of use for him. Kind of like you said, he's gonna be an every down guy. I mean, you're gonna use him to get downhill in short yardage situations. I mean, it's a lot you can use him with. But I got him at 4. I got him above Devin Neal, man. I just think, like you said, if the Broncos are looking to have a guy that can just be a workhorse and every down back, Caleb Johnson is really high up there with pretty much anybody in this draft.
I agree. I don't disagree at all. I'm high on Caleb Johnson as well. Going into number 3, I have Quinshon Judkins at number 3. I feel like his ability, as big as he is absolutely insane. As a downhill runner. He's an impact in gap heavy run schemes, great vision, power running style. He creates through contact. And I feel like that is going to be a big thing because we've always seen. Sean Payton has always had a receiving back, but he's always kind of had a bruiser back as well. And like we talked about earlier, if the perfect situation for the Broncos is to get Henderson and Judkins and have the two together.
Yeah.
And I mean I feel like his production did dip going to Ohio State. Judkins he averaged under 4 yards per carry in 5 Big Ten matchups last year, which is kind of concerning. His top end speed is a little bit concerning as well. But at the end of the day, I feel like he's going to be one of those bruiser backs. And once again, on the every down back aspect, Quinshon Judkins can be an every down back in the league.
Yeah, that's perfect transition into my number 3. I mean, it's Quinshon Judkins, bro. This dude, he just does a little bit of everything. He ran a 4.4, 6 foot. I mean, he had a really solid year at Ohio State. I mean, really his whole college career. I remember when he was at Ole Miss and he was a freshman and put up 15. Yeah, I'm looking at 1,500 yards, over 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns. He's had 16 15 and 14 touchdowns in all 3 years when he was in college. I mean, you can use him out the backfield as well. I think the perfect pro comp for him would be, in my opinion, Joe Mixon. I think he's Joe Mixon, but just faster and can just do a lot more with the ball in his hands in terms of like the stiff arms, the spin moves. I mean, just he's Joe Mixon with just better finesse, honestly. And that's just kind of why he's my number three. Plus, not to mention, like this dude here, bro, he don't fumble. He has 3 fumbles in I think over 800 touches in college. That's a big thing for me when it comes to running backs is ball security, bro. Because I'm still traumatized from going from Philip Lindsay to Melvin Gordon, bro. And Melvin Gordon was out here fumbling, I don't know how many times, but yeah, like not to mention he does also thrive in short yardage situations. But I mean, overall, I would not be mad if we drafted him in the second round. I think this is a guy you can get him early. And it's not going to be looked at as a bad pick. And just like he's one of those guys. I will say he's just an immediate impact player. He come in, he comes into this offense, bro, and it makes whoever it makes us 10 times better, bro. It just makes us way better. But yeah, I think he's Joe Mixon with just a little bit more speed. But I would not be mad if we take him and Henderson. But if we just go him, I think he could be a second round pick. Not to mention the Broncos did meet with him. He was one of the guys that they met with. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a Broncos pick to me. I could see us like second round. He's best player available in the Broncos, or the Broncos trade up a little bit early in the second round to get him because a lot of the backs have been taken, and he's sitting up there, and the Broncos trade up about maybe 8 to 10 spots to take him. I would not be surprised, man. But shout out to Quinshon Judkins.
I agree. I mean, Quinch. I think he's like you said, an immediate upgrade and an immediate starter. You know,
Yeah,
day
yeah,
one,
easily.
which isn't saying much, but
Yeah, yeah. And I was gonna say real quick, and I'll let you get to your number two. He ranked second amongst running backs on the combine athleticism score with a 92. I mean,
he's a freak of
he's
nature.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like he's a crazy athlete, man. Crazy athlete. But yeah, go ahead to your number two.
My number two is Caleb Johnson, which you talked about earlier. What I like about Caleb Johnson is like he controls the tempo behind the line.
Hmm.
He presses holes. He's patient with hitting the crease. Granted, people want to talk about his 40 being slow and all this. The thing is his natural forward lean as a running back is insane. Like he can fall forward and get 3 yards, dude. Like literally just standing up, fall forward, he's gonna gain 3 yards. Short yardage, goal line, and he's had some pretty nice burst through the hole. For 21 and 20 yards in 2024 against stacked boxes. He has reliable hands in the screen game, so he can catch the ball. He demonstrated that when he had a 72-yard catch against Nebraska and showcased his open field ability is nothing shy of elite. I think Caleb Johnson is the second best back for Denver to target in the draft. That's my take on Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I don't know why I'm just not that high on Caleb. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, he's I got him high. I got him at fourth, but I don't want us to draft him. Like it's just the 3 guys I have in my top three. If we don't, if we take him over any of these guys, I'm gonna kind of be pissed a little bit. But yeah, going on to my I'm going to my number two, which is he's probably a lot of guys number one. Oh, and I meant to say this before we did the list. Ashton Jeanty's not gonna be on this list because he would obviously be number one for both of us. So, and I don't even think we're gonna be able to get Jeanty. But yeah, my number two, I got Omarion Hampton, man. I mean, he's a kind of a combo, but he can do a lot of things. I mean, I was shocked when he ran the 4.46 at the combine, but I would say my pro comp for him would have to be I see a lot of Zeke in him, just not the breakaway speed Zeke had coming out of college. I mean, if you look at his tape, and not to mention just his tape, but you can look at the numbers as well. I mean, he has over 1,600 yards rushing this year with 15 back-to-back seasons with 15 touchdowns. And I mean, they used him a lot in the receiving game as well, but he's a big back. Um, and his burst, he doesn't have the burst of Zeke, but he's still really fast. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, damn good. I mean, I will say compared to the other backs in the draft, he's a damn good pass pro guy. He's damn good in blocking. I do think in Sean's offense, we're going to use him a lot of that, like a lot for the blocking. He'll be the perfect Javante replacement for that. But I mean, everything else, the speed, the power. I mean, this is a guy the Broncos could take at 20, and I wouldn't be thrilled with it, but I'll be happy with it just because I man, I don't know. I would only take one other back at 20, and that's the guy I'm finna name. But I mean, if we take him at 20, I'm not mad at it. But I love Omarion Hampton, bro. I mean, and plus he killed it at the combine as well. 6 foot, 220. I mean, like I said, he can do a lot of different things. Running downhill, he's got some speed. He can catch at the backfield. He can block. I mean, I would not be surprised if this is the pick at 20 because he's kind of the complete back in the draft.
Yeah, I agree. And going to my number one, it is none other than Omarion Hampton. He's just a violent finisher, and I would comp him to Zach Charbonnet. In
Yeah.
my opinion, he's a big back that can pretty much do everything. His pass pro, and we've seen GP and Sean talk about Javonte being important in the pass pro before they didn't sign him back in free agency. So I feel like that's very important for our quarterback is to have a guy that is elite in the pass pro. Hampton literally in the pass pro can knock down the biggest defender and create a big play there for the quarterback. He has elite burst, reliable hands. He excels in gaps and power schemes. Physical pass protector, like I said, outstanding contact balance. So an example is if he gets hit on the run, he's going to break a couple tackles. And what's good about Hampton, in my opinion, is he's big, but he can play skinny through the crease and get through a small gap or a small hole to gain 20, 30, 40 yards, which a lot of big running backs don't have the ability to get skinny through a crease like Omarion Hampton. And I think Denver picks him at pick 20. He's just a complete back, and I see the vision, and I think it only makes the team better. I think he's an immediate upgrade.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said about Mario, man. He's a dog, but he's not my number one. My number one was somebody that you left off your list completely. It's crazy. Um, TreVeyon Henderson, bro. He when I watch his tape and you watch the combine and everything that he's done so far. I mean, he's just a certified dog. He ran a 4.3. He was first in the combine athleticism score. Remember, I said Juggins was two. This guy was one. My pro con for him, I would say he reminds me so much of AK, but like he's getting recognition to be drafted in the first round. I mean, this dude is he's ridiculous. He's a really good blocker. He's really twitchy. His acceleration is probably, I will say, outside of Jeanty, I would say his acceleration. You can tie him up with Hampton, but I mean it's ridiculous. Just straight off speed. His route running is filthy. And I'm not gonna lie, for especially for like quarterbacks, he is the perfect safety valve at running back. He just does a lot of he for this offense in particular, he would be the perfect piece. I'm sorry, the perfect piece. I know Omarion Hampton is the more complete back, but for what Sean loves to do, he would, oh my God, TreVeyon Henderson with Sean Payton would be filthy. The only weaknesses I really have from him is he is not an every down back. But I mean, if you look at Sean and how he runs his system, he never really has an every down back. He usually goes with a committee. I mean, you saw it in New Orleans. He never really had that just one back that he relied heavily on. And teams have success with the other way of having just the every down back. You look at Baltimore, you look at Philly. I mean, you look at the 49ers. But Sean, just going off of what he usually does, he loves these committee type backs. And I think TreVeyon Henderson fits that down to a T. I mean, Alvin Kamara, I think, is the perfect one. And I mean, it's really just a combination of everything. Like I said, the speed, the blocking, his hands are really good. I mean, the only down on him is that he's not going to take on a heavy workload. But I mean, my God, bro, if we get him, like if we were to take him at pick 20, I would be like, I know a lot of Broncos fans would be like, man, you could have probably got him. I don't think he's gonna be one of those guys that ends up like as the draft, approaches, that he's gonna be a certified like second round guy. I think there's gonna be teams like contending teams after us. Like maybe I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a team like Minnesota or a team like Philly or Kansas City take this guy in the first round. I mean, to me, he's got that much upside. And like a lot of teams, unless you have the Derrick Henrys of the world or the Saquons of the world, a lot of teams usually go committee. And I think TreVeyon Henderson, bro, you want to just have that one guy. I mean, I think Denver's going to take two running backs regardless. I think you take him wherever you take him, first, second round. Him and Sean will be filthy together, bro, in this offense, man. This
I agree with you on the fact that Henderson would be a perfect fit. However, I just feel like we need an every down back, bro. Like I feel
I
like
feel you.
what we seen last year, we used the committee because we had to. Like we tried to get the run game going with guys like Javonte, and I mean you even seen Jaleel getting the majority of the carries at the end of the year. We had to go committee because we were that bad at running the football. If you have a guy like Omarion Hampton, I mean Judkins, Johnson, even Henderson, Neal, Sampson, any of these backs that we're talking about, you don't really have to go by committee anymore. Like,
Yeah, like and I don't think you're wrong with that. I just think like because a lot of teams they go committee because they don't want their main guy getting hurt.
right,
Like, because if you draft, like, if you have that one guy, like, you don't want him getting hurt. Like, I mean, but it's like if you draft TreVeyon Henderson and he's really good, like, like, in every down back doesn't mean you're like, because I mean, even Derrick Henry, he's not a first, second, and third down back. He's a first and second down back, but he gets the bulk of the carries. I think that can be TreVeyon Henderson. He may not be in every down back, but I feel like if he's damn good, which I think he will be if he comes to Denver, he can still be a first. He can still be a second down back. And I mean, hell, like because we use Javonte mainly on third down for pass pro, or we were literally 1-2 yards out of it, and we would hand it off to him because he's the bigger back. But I mean, TreVeyon Henderson. Like, I hear you, but I
if
mean,
we draft Henderson, we have to draft
he's still
Judkins.
5'10", 202. So he's not like insanely small.
We have to draft
But
Judkins if we draft Henderson.
hey,
That's the
I
perfect
would not be
recipe.
mad.
That's the perfect recipe to success, bro.
I would not be mad I would not be upset if we went TreVeyon round 1 and Judkins round 2. I would not be pissed at that one bit.
I wouldn't be mad either because I feel, and I know you're high on Henderson, but like we seen before Judkins was at Ohio State, that it helped Henderson a lot to have that other back, and that's kind of where I do agree with you. Like we should have a two back system to where we run kind of like back when Sean had AK and Mark Ingram, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could be a recreation of that, and I would be perfectly fine with Henderson at 20 if you draft Judkins. If you don't draft Judkins and you draft Henderson at 20, I'm going to riot.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you this. What if they pick up Dobbins and then draft Henderson at 20?
I mean, dude, I don't think I'm in on it. Like you got a
You crazy.
you got a 26-year-old that's coming off of injury, that had his best season, and I'm in on getting Dobbins on a cheap deal, but I don't think Dobbins helps Henderson that much to be like, yeah, that's my guy. Like, I mean, there's some other guys you could reach on later in the draft, like maybe Martinez from Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I just feel like you have to have. Because I'm not sold on Audric Estime. I'm not sold that we get Henderson, and you're going to put Audric Estime.
I'm not sold on any running back we got in the room, bro.
I'm not sold that we're going to get Henderson at round 1, and then Jaleel and Audric Estime are going to be back there to help elevate the committee. Like, I know Jaleel can be decent, but Audric Estime at this point is a fumbling machine. He's Melvin Gordon. Like, he has to clean up.
Okay. I don't know if he's a fumbling machine. Like, he definitely fumbles, but
he is,
I mean,
bro. It's
I mean, he only had 2 last year.
It's bad when he got benched for Tyler Beatty, bro. It's bad.
Well, I mean, he was already. I mean, rookies are on a short leash though. So when he came in, I think he only had 2. I can check real quick. I don't think he had a crazy. I don't think he had like 4 or 5 or something crazy like that.
No, I don't think I don't think he had a crazy amount. But I swear, to me, bro, every time it felt like he was on the field, like he just can't hold on to the rock, man.
Trying to find it.
Like I like him. Like I hope I have his jersey. It's autographed. I have it.
That's crazy.
Like
no, he only had 2 fumbles.
Yeah, but how many carries did he have all year?
He had 76.
Imagine if you give this guy 150 carries.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, you got a point. That's pretty bad.
If you give this guy double the carries, he has fucking 5-6 fumbles.
Yeah, that's bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
And he fumbled his first game in Seattle trying to hurdle somebody, bro. You remember that?
I remember that.
So it's like, I hope that he takes that step because he could be that bruiser back. Like, he's big, he's strong. I'm not too sold on it yet. Like, I truly believe that if Audric Estime don't take that jump this next season, then he could be a cut candidate, 100%.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I think, and I would say going back to Henderson a little bit, even as the RB2 or whatever by committee, he still had over 1,000. He still had 1,000 yards, over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. And he averaged 7 yards a carry, and he had almost 300 yards receiving. He had 27 catches, 284. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm just
being the honorable mention ain't a bad thing though, because dude, when I tell you,
no,
like,
it's not.
I would take I would take University of Central Florida's running back and start him before I start the guys we had last year.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. You say you would start who?
I would start RJ from UCF, bro, before I
RJ Harvey?
100%, bro, before I start the guys we had last year. And he could go undrafted, bro. I would start Brashad Smith.
Nah, hell no. He not going undrafted.
Hey, think about all the backs. He's gonna be a late round guy.
I think at the most, I feel like you being very disrespectful right now. I don't think he's like that. Like,
dude, I think that he's like a 5th round pick at best, bro. Like,
I think he's in the same tier as Martinez. Is that crazy to say?
No, but I'm not too high on him either. I mean, like,
I mean, like Harvey. I mean, Harvey. He's 5. I mean, he's kind of a smaller guy, 5'9", ran a 4.4.
The only thing I like about Harvey,
he's gonna get drafted.
He can throw the football. That's what I like about him. He played quarterback, bro. So, I mean, but shit, I'm high on Brashad Smith, bro. You know, Brashad Smith and Devin Neal, they're the most underrated backs in this class, bro. I'm going to say it over and over again. And whoever gets those two guys, it's going to be special, bro. Like,
yeah, like, and I'm going to say a few guys that, you know, I do want to bring up and mention. We've talked about Damian Martinez out of Miami. Jaden Blue out of Texas, I think, is a guy that a lot of people do need to go watch him on.
He's nice.
He's really nice. You brought up Brashad Smith, Trevor Etienne. I'm not that high on him, but I've been seeing a lot of mocks with him going to Denver in the later rounds. But yeah, I think it's all. I mean, Jordan James, I'm not really high on him like that. LaQuint Allen, not really too high on him. But yeah, and I mean, obviously, look, I think I can speak for me and you when I say the absolute dream pick is Ashton Jeanty, bro.
Yeah,
that would just make this offseason one of the greatest in Broncos history. If you are able to land Ashton Jeanty and I don't think he will, because they're talking about the Raiders might talk about getting him at 6. The Bears, you would have to trade up to get Jeanty. I mean, because now look, if he falls past 10 now, I definitely think this brother could fall to 20, because I don't think a lot of teams are going to take a running back after pick 10, like after Chicago. But I mean, I'm not okay. Are you opposed to trading up for Jeanty?
I mean, I would trade up for him. Would I sell the house for him? No, because I feel like
if it was so if you gave up, say, pick 20, a first next year, and like a first and third next year, pick 20 and a 5th this year. No,
I'm drafting Omarion Hampton at pick 20. He is the prototypical NFL running back with the size, the speed, and I'm sold on taking. If we got to trade that much capital to get Ashton Jeanty,
I'll just throw out a scenario, but like realistically, it'll probably be like pick 20, a 2nd next year, a 4th this year, and like maybe a 4th and a 5th next year. So in total, you trading? You still not doing all that?
I'm not.
Even if we keep our first next year, though,
I'm not selling the farm for Ashton Jeanty.
I ain't gonna lie. If we can do a trade and we give up pick 20, a pick 20, a 4th, and other stuff, but not give up our first next year, I'd do it.
I'd probably do it if we gave them the first this year, a 3rd, and a 6th next year. I would do it. That's it. I'm not giving a 2nd round pick, because what if you trade all this capital and then Omarion Hampton's the better NFL running back? Like, I get that Jeanty is, You know, he had an all-time great season at
He damn
Boise.
near won Heisman.
I know he's a Heisman candidate. He's an all-time great at Boise. I'm gonna say right now, I think Omarion Hampton is a more NFL ready running back.
Oh no. I can't. Nah. Ashton Jeanty is crazy. I'm sorry. If he goes to the right, if he goes to the right system, it's scary hours, bro.
If he goes to the
This
Raiders,
man had 26. We talking about 2,600 yards and 30 touchdowns,
oh, I know he was great at Boise State.
bro.
Is
And
he, is he gonna be great as a Vegas Raider? No.
I mean, yeah, but that's why I said it depends on the system, though. Like he has to go somewhere where he can, where it'll support him too. Like I do think he's that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Boys didn't have a lot last year, and he got them into the college football playoff.
Yeah,
But
I mean they
look,
played one good team.
and he went off though. Like he was consistent, bro. That's my whole thing.
I
with him.
agree
It's like,
with you, and I think he's the best running back.
if
But
you get him in Denver,
I'm not
it's like,
trading our future capital because think about it. We might
I wouldn't
need
give
it.
up.
We might need
Yeah,
it.
no, like I wouldn't give up a first for next year. But if they like, man, give us the pick 20 a second next year and like 2 other mid late round picks. Hell yes.
I'm hanging
Hell
up.
yeah.
I'm hanging up the phone and I'm calling Omarion Hampton.
You're crazy.
You're on your way to
I
Denver.
would, man. We talk, bro. You know what Jeanty would do for this team in his offense?
Hey, bro,
Like,
I'm with it, bro. I'm with getting Jeanty. I'm not with selling our future or our capital, bro. We've seen it too
how
many.
do we sell in the future?
Hey, JMX, we've seen it too many times where the
A
Denver
second
Broncos.
is tough, but it's not the future. It's not we giving up the first.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. Like, a second next year could be pretty important.
I mean, it's important every year, but I mean,
thinking about the guys coming out next year's class, bro. Like, it could be crucial.
okay. Would you trade a second for CMC right now?
No.
Oh, you're crazy.
Nope.
You're insane.
I'm not trading a second round pick for an aging Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to the draft. I'm going to the draft, and I'm drafting Omarion Hampton at pick 20.
Isn't McCaffrey's 28?
And his knees are 55.
Man, nah, bro. You tell, bro.
I'll trade a third round pick. Third round pick.
Wasn't he the best player? Bro, he was like the best player in football. Literally the year before this past season.
Oh, I agree, bro. He has one good year and then misses 3.
One good year?
He has one good year and then misses 3, bro. He's injury prone.
That's disrespectful.
He's injury prone. I'm gonna stand on this. I'm drafting Omarion Hampton at pick 20. If I'm the GM, all day, every day.
Nah, ain't no way.
Like, if you can trade up for Jeanty and not sell the house, bro, maybe.
If the 49ers said, if they said we had to give up pick 51 to get Christian McCaffrey, I'm taking and running with it.
I mean, dude.
If the 49ers said give us a second next year, I mean your second this year and a fourth next year for Christian McCaffrey, are you crazy?
So I get what you're saying, and I wouldn't mind having him, but not for no second round pick, bro.
Bro.
No. I would give them a third and a sixth. Bro, the best thing for a player is availability. I'm tired of watching guys.
He's coming to Denver, though.
I mean, yeah, bro, I agree. We have a great medical staff. I agree. But do I want to trade?
We get Christian McCaffrey and we still draft the running back and he doesn't have to put on that crazy workload, bro. It's a 200% worth it.
I mean,
like,
I would at the right 200. Price. At the right price, I'd do it. But I don't,
bro.
Dude, the second round pick is important.
He won MVP.
I mean, the second round pick's important, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry. There's nobody in this draft in the second round that is equivalent to the impact of a Christian McCaffrey. Will Christian McCaffrey?
I understand what he does. I understand what he's one of the best running backs in the game. But I also understand
when healthy, he's top 2.
I also understand what you just said. When healthy matters. So I think the Denver Broncos.
He comes to Denver with the best training staff in the league, and we tell him bro, because we get him. We're not gonna make him know every down. We're not gonna be like the 49ers run him on first, second, and third. We like, hey, bro, we just need you for you're gonna be a first, second down back. You're gonna be in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? You're going to one of the best situations in the league. The 49ers have one of the worst training staffs in the league. You telling me he goes to Denver for a second? Do you know he's not even 30? Like the upside is too crazy. Look, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you trade him and it doesn't work out, I'll be 100% fine with taking the risk. Because the upside is the man's a top 10 player in the league.
I agree he has great upside, but we've seen the Denver Broncos trade for guys
Christian McCaffrey,
bro,
on the decline, is a top 10 running back in the league.
Bro, I don't want an aging back, bro.
He's not aging. He's 28.
Bro, he's 28 with 55-year-old knees, bro.
Bro, no. It wasn't even his knees, man.
Didn't he tear his PCL?
No, he came into the season with a hurt Achilles, and then
he tore his PCL in the Buffalo game, which is the muscle under your kneecap. No, I do not want him, bro. No.
I don't care. I'm taking CMC, bro. I'm sorry.
Like,
there's no way
for the right price, though. That's my thing. For the right
your
price,
right price is a third-round pick.
100%, a third and a sixth-round pick. We're scamming the Niners. We're not doing no second-round pick.
I'm thinking realistically.
Okay. Then we need to just sign Nick Chubb.
Oh, my God.
Nick Chubb, before injury, was one of the best running backs. At that point, we should just sign Nick Chubb for a one-year deal.
No, see, here's no. We all knew Nick Chubb was probably not going to come back the same. Nick Chubb blew out. He had the same prayers to him. Bro, didn't his bone come out his leg?
Bro,
twice?
He snapped that shit twice. But, hey.
Bro, that's different, though. We talking about, bro.
Anything can happen.
Completely different.
Anything can happen with Bo Lowry,
that's
bro.
That's completely different. No, bro.
Yeah, hey.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trading the second. I'm taking that and I'm running with it. If they say a second and a fourth to Christian McCaffrey,
yeah. If we trade a second-round pick for Christian McCaffrey,
realize
we will have an emergency episode, and I will literally rant the whole time.
If we get 3/5 of what Christian McCaffrey was in 2023, we will probably no shot. Like, I'm not even joking, none of that. We get 3/4 out of McCaffrey like he was in 2023. We're probably gonna go to the Super Bowl,
and we're gonna have him for 2.5 years, and his career will be over.
That's fine.
No,
bro.
No.
That's fine, bro. Running backs, you realize running backs get replaced.
Yeah, that's why we need Omarion Hampton, bro.
Usually you don't really teams aren't extending running backs past their rookie deals. So you tell me you wouldn't take 2 to 3 years of a healthy CMC? Come on, bro. 2 to 3 years?
Not for a second-round pick. And like I said,
he's 28.
If we trade a second-round pick,
he'll be 29 this next season. For
Christian McCaffrey, that's pushing 30 years old, bro, I promise you, bro, we will have an emergency episode, and it'll be me ranting for an hour straight about how we just gave away the future for an aging running back that we shouldn't have done.
One second-round pick is not the whole future, man.
Hey,
it's not.
That second-round pick could be a wide receiver next season that replaces the guy that you hate on, Cortland Sutton, and that could be it, bro. Like, that's the thing. You trading it for Christian McCaffrey for him to play 13 games, 12 games, 10 games. Shit, bro. I want to draft a running back. I want to continue to do what Sean Payton and GP
I'm not saying I don't want to draft a running back. I was just floating the idea
two of
around.
Them. No,
I didn't think this man was going to sit here and say, I'm absolutely not trading McCaffrey. A second-round pick of McCaffrey is chilling.
Hell no, bro.
I would. If the 49ers say he's available, we call him. We like, man, what's the asking price? Oh, second-round pick, mid, and we can swap late round picks.
Audric Estime and a 4th-round pick now. The price is going down.
This man crazy. Bro, not to mention, I want to see what his contract is.
Oh, shit.
Bro, come on now. He's making $1 million a season the next 2 years.
All right, we'll make it a 3rd round.
Are you crazy? I am taking that and running with it. I'm sorry.
Dude,
there's no way.
I get it. But I just don't.
There's no way.
I don't like it, bro.
CMC?
Like, you
must not remember. You must not remember what bro was doing. You must not remember that year he had.
No, I remember he was the best running back in the league.
He was arguably the best player in the league.
So let me tell you something, bro. So back when they were trading Christian McCaffrey from Carolina, okay, I was high on let's take that risk. Let's trade for this guy, and let's take that risk to bring him in. But that was also almost 3 years ago.
That was not almost 3 years
He's
ago.
been on the Niners. He's been on the Niners for 2 years.
No, no. It hasn't been 3. It'll be 3 years this next season.
Yeah. So it's going on 3 years. And you know what? He had a hell of a run after going to the Niners.
He only got hurt once in San Francisco, and that was this season.
But bro, are we gonna talk about all the other times? You act like, hey, it's the same thing with Nick Chubb.
But no. But the thing is, everybody knew Carolina was running him into the ground, though, bro. He had the highest usage rate in the league. They were playing him every down. He was a 4-down back, bro. He was arguably their best receiver and their best. He was their best. They were using him, lining him up in the slot. They were using him everywhere, bro. Everybody knew he was getting overworked in Carolina.
It's the same thing as Nick Chubb, though.
No, it is not.
When we talk about the injury history, yeah, Nick Chubb.
It is not the same as Nick. No. Nick Chubb suffered 2 gruesome career-ending injuries.
All right,
he bounced back the first time. CMC, there is no career-ending injury that he suffered.
All right, bro. Take the risk on Chubb then, bro. A one-year deal, like,
bro. Here's the thing.
Come on, man.
We saw what Chubb was when he came back last year.
I mean,
we saw that.
Dobbins
was not the same.
Dobbins wasn't the same when he came back originally, and then he goes to the Chargers and bro. Like, so, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, bro.
Bro, Nick Chubb.
The difference is you don't trade capital for Nick Chubb.
Back for the vibes.
Hey, you ain't got to trade capital for Nick Chubb. You bring him in one year cheap deal, bro.
Bro, you realize if people wanted to take the chance on Nick Chubb, he'd be picked up by now?
What about J.K. Dobbins, though? J.K. Dobbins is better than Raheem Mostert, and he's still a free agent. And Raheem Mostert got a job.
Yeah, but J.K. Dobbins has offers. He's trying to get more money. That's the difference.
It's because J.K. Dobbins is a Bronco, bro. We're talking about Christian McCaffrey and.
I'm sorry. Look, I hear you. I don't, bro. If San Francisco was trying to trade Christian McCaffrey, you pick up the phone. I don't care. Hey, look, I hear you, but a second round pick is not the entire future. You forget that we didn't have a first round pick the first year we got Sean Payton. How'd that turn out?
Hey, I understand that, bro.
But we just fine.
Just trade, bro. At that point, bro, just sell everything for Alvin Kamara, bro. Offer the Saints a good package, bro, and get Sean Payton's guy. And I mean, shit, bro. Alvin Kamara is the best receiving back in the league.
Over who?
He's the best, bro. With Sean Payton, he was the best. Trust.
Are you telling me Alvin Kamara, when CMC's healthy, Alvin Kamara's better receiving back than CMC? He's a better yak. No. He's better yards to catch. CMC, you could line him up out wide, bro.
I get that, bro, but I'm taking Alvin Kamara with Sean Payton all day over Sean Payton with Christian McCaffrey all day long.
Oh, my God.
All day long, bro. And I'm not even trolling, bro. I'm going AK, Sean Payton, before I go Sean Payton, Christian McCaffrey, bro. All day, every day, bro. No cap. Like, we should pick up the phone. If we're going to trade for a guy named Christian McCaffrey that might play 3 games for us, we might as well pick up the phone and call Mickey Loomis and be like, hey, Mickey Loomis, do you want to scam us? We will trade for Alvin Kamara and offer a package, bro.
Wait, so who do you think is better?
I think Christian McCaffrey's the better running back. But I think Alvin Kamara's the better receiver all day. All day.
It's no. He's a better yards at the catch, bro. I agree. They were lining CMC up as they were lining 49ers were using him out wide. Like, they were putting corners on him, bro.
That was before the injury, though. Like, bro, how you know if we get him in Denver, bro, that this motherfucker ain't going to be slow and fucking... Bro, because
he's still young. He's not old.
Bro, how many times is the surgery going to work, though?
Bro, this is the first time he's had... Bro,
he was injured in Carolina. He was injured in Carolina too.
But
bro.
It was a reason why he was
injured. Because they ran him all the time. But that still don't take away from the fact that your body only holds up for so long.
I agree. That's what bro. My thing is if you trade for CMC knowing knowing that you can't use him on an every down level like how the 49ers did that one year because he was hurt. He got hurt that year. And remember, he was hurt going into the season. So he was hurt coming off that year where they fed him the hell out the ball, right? He had an incredible amount of volume. If you mean to tell me you get CMC and the plan is with him, we're gonna bring in another guy that we can draft hell in the first round or whatever they decide to do and say, we're not gonna run you into the ground. We're gonna use you about 70% of the game, maybe even less. You telling me that's not worth it? Because that means he's gonna be healthy.
You can get AK for you can get AK for less.
Oh my God. Bro, look, I hear you. You're not wrong, but I'm saying a second rounder for the for CMC.
No, draft Omarion Hampton and Brashad Smith.
Dear God.
No.
Brashad Smith?
Yeah, Brashad all day, every day, baby. Yeah. That's the slogan over here.
Dear God. Dear God, I can't.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, I love McCaffrey. He's he's a great, like, he's been great in the league. I don't want him on my team. He's a liability.
A liability?
Yeah.
How is he a liability?
Shit, bro. He just get hurt too much, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
He's still 28.
That one season.
I would hear you. Look, I would hear if this was like Cooper Kupp. I hear you. If he's 31, you don't want to pay him out of that. Come off all that. I hear you. He's 28. He's gonna be 29 this season. Bro, I don't care. Unless he was 31, unless he's like this next season, he's gonna be 31. Hey, I'm not doing it.
Give me Dylan Sampson.
You still got to season him at 29 and at 30.
Give me Dylan Sampson.
All right, bro.
He's under 25.
I should have been done when this man said I'd rather have Alvin Kamara and Sean Payton than Christian McCaffrey and Sean Payton.
100%. 100%, bro. I'm taking Alvin Kamara every day, all day, bro. All day, every day, all day. It don't fucking matter. I'm taking Sean Payton and AK over Christian McCaffrey and Sean Payton every day, all day.
All right. You know what? I ain't got nothing else to say, man. We pretty much covered everything. I might end it on that, bro. You got anything else you want to add, bro?
Omarion Hampton and Brashad Smith to Denver. No CMC. Everybody put Omarion. If you're an Omarion Hampton fan in the chat, put Omarion Hampton in the comments below. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and go Broncos, baby.
All right. Yep. Go Broncos, man. And we're going to see y'all in the next one. I'm speechless, bro. Peace out.